Namaste children. Today our topic of discussion is matter around us pure? So many things we come across in our daily life, like the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, the ink with which we are writing, the sugar that we add to tea or coffee, the salt which we add to the dishes to make it tasty. Are all these substances pure? Let's find out. Our entire universe is made up of matter. What is this matter made up of? Matter is made up of atoms and molecules. What is an atom? Atom, it is the smallest particle of an element. The smallest particle in an element, we call it as atom. What do you mean by a molecule? When atoms combine together, they form molecule. So molecule is formed by combination of atoms. These molecules in turn combine to make up the matter. So let us try to understand this with the help of a simple example. So all are familiar with the formula of water, that is H2O. Here two hydrogen atom combines with oxygen atom to give a molecule of water. In few ml of water, we have millions and millions of molecules of water. So n number of molecules of water combine together, which makes up the water. So we all go to supermarket to buy some grocery items. So few things are listed here. So we find this pure milk written on the packet. We find pure honey written in the Tetra Pak. And here we see the fresh and pure iodized salt. So according to us, all these are pure substances because they are without adulteration. So according to a common man, if a substance is without any adulteration, it is a pure substance. But do scientists also have the same view? Let's find out. Elements. Element is defined as basic form of pure substance which can neither be broken down nor built up from simpler substances by physical or chemical method. So physical method means it involves methods like evaporation, filtration, distillation, fractional distillation and so on. And chemical method means it's bringing about chemical change. Examples like electrolysis of water, electroplating done by chemical effect of currents. So all these come under chemical methods. So element is defined as basic form of pure substance. So for example, if we take this block of gold, it is the basic form of pure substance. And when we break this gold block into smaller and smaller pieces, even the smallest piece of gold what we get, it is made up of only gold. And it is not possible to get gold by combining some other substances. So it is a meaning for this. Element is defined as basic form of pure substance which can neither be broken down nor built up from simpler substances by physical or chemical method. Elements consist of only one kind of atom. So for example, if we take copper wire, the copper wire is made up of copper atoms. So all the copper atoms will be identical. All the copper atoms will be similar. So we say that element consists of only one kind of atom. So this copper wire is made up of only one kind of atom. Same way, if we take gold foil, it has n number of gold atoms. So all the gold atoms are identical. They are similar. So elements consist of only one kind of atom, or we can tell one kind of particle. Particle generally it can refer to atom, it can refer to molecule, it can refer to ion. Here particle means it refers to atom. Examples for elements. So in 8th standard you have studied a French chemist Antoine Lavoisier. He classified elements to metals, non-metals and metalloids. Now first metals. Metals examples we have iron, copper, gold, silver, aluminium, palladium, platinum and so on. Non-metals we have nitrogen, sulfur, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, phosphorus and so on. And then we have metalloids. Metalloids are those elements that have the properties of metals and non-metals. So metalloids examples we have boron, silicon, arsenic, germanium and so on. So all these metals, non-metals and metalloids are examples for elements. Compounds. Two or more elements combine together to give a compound. Example, let us take water. The formula for water is H2O. So in this, two hydrogen atom combines with one oxygen atom to give a molecule of water. In few ml of water, millions and millions of particles of water are present. For understanding purpose, few molecules of water are represented here. Let us take the first molecule. Here, two hydrogen atom combines with one oxygen atom to give a molecule of water. In the second molecule, two hydrogen atom combines with one oxygen atom to give a molecule of water. Same is the case with the third, fourth, fifth, sixth molecules. Are all these molecules identical? Yes, all these molecules are similar to each other. So, water is made up of one kind of particle. Next, we have common salt. The formula for common salt is NaCl. In a single crystal of common salt, we have millions and millions of particles of common salt present. And for understanding purpose, few particles are represented here. Here particles means it refers to molecules. So let us take the first molecule. Sodium atom combines with chlorine atom to give a molecule of sodium chloride. The second molecule, sodium atom combines with chlorine atom to give a molecule of sodium chloride. Same is the case with the third, fourth, fifth, sixth molecules. Are all these molecules identical? Yes, all these molecules are similar. So common salt is made up of one kind of particle. So generally compounds consist of one kind of particle and the compounds are formed by combination of two or more elements. Few more examples of compounds. So here all these compounds you are already familiar with. So let's discuss. First is sulfuric acid, formula H2SO4. So here hydrogen combines with sulfur and oxygen to give sulfuric acid. Next we have copper sulfate, formula CuSO4. Here copper combines with sulfur and oxygen to give copper sulfate. And next we have nitrogen dioxide, formula NO2. Here nitrogen combines with oxygen to give nitrogen dioxide. And then we have calcium carbonate, formula CaCO3. Here calcium combines with carbon and oxygen to give calcium carbonate. So these are all few examples for compounds. A pure substance consists of a single type of particles. So we have elements and compounds. Elements consist of single kind of atom and compounds consist of single kind of molecules. So elements and compounds have one kind of particle. So elements and compounds come under pure substance. So in the beginning of the session, we discussed about all these substances. Yes, pure milk, pure honey, fresh and pure iodized salt. So according to a common man, all these are pure substances because they are without adulteration. But according to scientists, are they pure substance? Let's see. Milk, when we take, it has water, fat, protein, calcium. So different kinds of particles are present in milk. Next we have honey. Honey contains water, glucose, sugar. So even honey contains different kind of particles. Next, fresh and pure iodized salt. It contains sodium chloride, potassium iodide and still other minerals. Even this contains different kind of particles. So according to scientists, they are all not pure substances. Then what are they? They are all mixtures. Mixtures. Mixtures are materials constituted by more than one substance mixed together in different ratios. Now here in a beaker, few ml of water is taken and all the water particles are identical. And a few grams of common salt is taken. Even the particles of common salt are identical. So since water and common salt contain single type of particle, they come under pure substance. Now when I add this common salt to water, what do I get? I get salt solution. So in the salt solution, we observe two different kind of particles. So salt solution comes under mixture. Now water, when we take, the constituents of water are hydrogen and oxygen. So it is possible to get the constituents from the pure substance by chemical method. So by electrolysis of acidified water, what happens? The water gets decomposed to give hydrogen and oxygen. Same way, common salt. By electrolysis of molten sodium chloride, we can get sodium and chlorine. So the constituents of pure substances can be obtained by chemical method. But when we take salt solution, which is a mixture, the constituents can be obtained by physical method. So the physical method that can be employed here is evaporation distillation. So by evaporation method, we can get the salt, but we cannot get the water, because salt solution, when you heat, what happens? Water evaporates and after some time salt is left behind. But if we need both salt and water, it is possible by distillation method. Elements or compounds combine to form a mixture. Sulfur in carbon disulfide solution is an example for mixture. For example, sulfur powder, when we take, it is insoluble in water, but it is soluble in carbon disulfide solution. Carbon disulfide solution, it is a colorless solution. When we add sulfur to carbon disulfide solution, we get a yellow color solution. So this is an example for mixture. Same way, potassium permanganate crystals in water. When we add potassium permanganate crystals to water that is taken in a beaker, potassium permanganate crystals dissolve in water and we get a potassium permanganate solution. So here we have different kind of particle. Potassium permanganate particles, water particles. Hence it is an example for mixture. Summary. Our entire universe is made up of matter. Matter is made up of atoms or molecules. Element is defined as basic form of pure substance which can neither be broken down nor built up from simpler substances by physical or chemical method. Two or more elements combine together to give a compound. A pure substance consists of single type of particles. Mixtures are materials constituted by more than one substance mixed together in different ratios. Thank you, children.